What is the most rare yet accessible privilege which each of us could have? Is it actually wealth privilege, where you could fly anywhere you want at any point of time because you feel a little anxious and need a much deserved vacation? It's actually not that. Could it be pretty privilege, where you get the opportunities which others wouldn't ever dream of? Not this one either. Could it be the geopolitical advantage, where you can come to any country you want without waiting for visas for so long? No, I'm not talking about this one. The privilege I'm talking about is coming from a healthy household. It's so funny, sad actually, how it's so easy to have this privilege and each of us could actually have it. But for some reason, the majority of us don't. I've always said that the biggest privilege of my life is not my parents' wealth, but their love and support. I wonder, is it easy to be loving when you have so much money? I grew up never questioning my abilities, and it's not only because I had unlimited access to resources, but because my parents have always been cheering for me every step of the way. They're actually always the first ones to like my YouTube videos. So today, I will tell you what were the rules of my healthy household and how you can implement them in order to build your own wealth. Because remember, the foundation of wealth lies in strong family values. First things first, stop raising convenient children. I never understood the saying, be a good girl, be a good boy.
Now remember, Pinocchio, be a good boy.
My parents never told me that, because what is good? How do you define it? The majority of parents usually use the word good when their children are just listening to them. Moreover, my parents always believed that if you are telling children, especially girls, to be good, you are setting them up for failure, because they will be looking for validation from everybody, from their friends, from their teachers, from their partners. They will always look for this validation when somebody confirms that they're good. Moreover, it actually puts girls in dangerous situations because parents are not teaching them how to have boundaries. I actually have a friend who went to a concert and a man started touching her inappropriately, but she was so scared to say something because her parents were raising her with the thought that girls have to be quiet and you can just wait it through. Parents cannot expect their children to go outside of the house and naturally know how to build boundaries. It's not how it works. It's parents' responsibility to teach children how to set those boundaries. For example, when I had disagreements with my parents and they were lecturing me, they always told me, Albina, if you don't like how we are talking to you, voice it, because you cannot expect people to just read your mind. And my parents were teaching me all of those techniques. And then I felt comfortable calling my friends out if they were talking to me in a way which I found inappropriate. My parents never gave me unwanted advices. And I think this is what a lot of people are struggling with. A lot of parents think that they know best, but this is so disrespectful towards children. Because when you're given an unwanted advice, it right away puts you in a position of an authority and a position of dominance. And moreover, it tells your children that you think that they're incapable of making good decisions by themselves. My parents always told me that they think that their main duty is to raise independent individuals. Ironically, what has happened is that I always wanted to ask my parents for advice because they never pushed their advice on me. I still call my parents twice a day.
Ma, pick up! Oh,
Joey?
Ma, I'm sorry I
Joey,
yelled.
are
Hey,
you all right?
I'm all right.
You're bullshit.
No, I'm not bullshitting you. No, you can't bullshit you, Ma.
And I asked them about advices regarding my relationships, regarding my work and anything else, because I know that I can always listen to their perspective, but I never feel like I actually have to follow their advices. And they will not be disappointed if I choose not to go with their advice. And if I fuck up, my parents would never be the type of people who told me, oh, we told you so, you should have listened to us. No, they understand that life is about making mistakes and about learning and about taking responsibility. Because when you're always giving advices to your children and you always expect them to follow, how do you expect them to make good decisions once they move out to college or just grow up. So, ironically, the more you push your advices towards children, the less they actually want to listen to you. Don't create a family if you are not ready to let go of your children. Because so many parents expect their children to be doctors or to be lawyers.
You doctor yet?
No, Dad, I'm 12.
Talk to me when you doctor.
And in the end of the day, their children are stuck doing the careers which they don't want to do because their parents didn't fulfill their own dreams. If you did not fulfill your own dream, I suggest you go to med school or you go to law school. But your child is a person with completely different desires, completely different talents, and it's your job and it's your duty as a parent to find what your children are good at. When it comes to my childhood, fighting is an important part of growing up because I grew up with 2 older siblings, but there were also rules of how fighting was working in our house. First of all, both parents could never be mad at a child at the same time, because my parents understood the importance of us looking for help from one of the adults with who we live. Therefore, both of our parents could not be unavailable to us at the same time. It's also beneficial for parents because as partners, you're giving each other support. You're saying, I know that you cannot handle children right now, but I will be able to support you if you need it. Additionally, I've never seen my parents fight in front of us. My parents believe that it's something very private which should be figured out within the closed doors. Therefore, I've never witnessed my parents fight, and I'm, by the way, 27. And one of the reasons why is because our parents were teaching us how to treat their partners through actions. So my mom was showing me how to treat my dad by how she was treating him. Because I was looking at how my mom talks about my dad when he's not around. She was always telling me that he's the most bright man, he's the most successful, the most ambitious, the most talented. And same applied to my dad. The things he was saying about my mom were so mind-blowing, so beautiful, and they were so romantic. But what they were truly doing is my parents made sure that their children feel if they come from those 2 amazing people, their children couldn't be any less but amazing. It gives children confidence knowing that their parents are amazing and that their parents actually truly like each other. The most loving act sometimes is accepting that your children can be different.
I only wanted what was best for Fiona. But I can see now, she already has it.
My parents' only expectation from me in life is to be happy. And that's why I feel like I want to do so many things. I want to try so many things because they introduced me to many different hobbies, to many different lifestyles. And that's why I feel like their opinion is so valuable to me because they never pushed it on me. And when I was looking at them, I saw that both of them were able to create an amazing and successful life for themselves. They're not only telling me about a successful life, but they're living it through. So in the end of the day, and that's what my parents always told me, it doesn't matter what your parents tell you. Your words as parents mean absolutely nothing if you don't live by them. My dad always told me, I'm not good at telling I love you to your mom. I'm not a man of many words because my dad was raised in a small village in Dagestan.
My father. I want to say thank you for my father.
Where men are not supposed to say all of those loud words. But what my dad does is that he proves his love every day. And a part of that love is just having faith that your children, your wife, and people you believe in, they're capable of making good decisions without your input. Because if you always think that you know best, this is not love, and it has nothing to do with love. It has everything to do with ego. And you're putting yourself in higher position than your children when you constantly pushing your opinions. The biggest gift you can do to your children is to create boundaries and support them. And the biggest act of love is acceptance.
Amen.
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 So if you think about it, the true jackpot in life isn't about winning a lottery ticket or flying on a private jet. It's as simple as having loving family who understands you, a safe space where you are not scared to fail. I mean, in the world where you're supposed to earn everything, isn't it ironic that the most important things cannot be earned at all? And if this is too sentimental for you, I guess feel free to pick up the chat. Like, subscribe, and as always, Do whatever you want with this information.
In the next episode,
Are you living your best life? Do you wake up every morning feeling refreshed, balanced, and dare I say, happy? Do you have a stable work-life balance and feel proud of the life you've built? Don't worry about that. We know how to fix that.
see you soon on the Privileged Few YouTube channel. Stay tuned.